Hey guys, welcome back to the Pure Goddess channel. My name is Gwenly. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone's doing well. Happy Tuesday. Let me just fix this. I'm a little cold. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm on repeat right now. Trying to keep it cool. All I could think about when I see this individual, every time I see this individual, every few weeks, abuse of power, you know, issues with control, wanting to control things, insecure, and just not having emotions balanced out. And it's the fucking spirit, you guys. When I tell you, and I'm not even joking, and I'm, like, obviously, when my son started, I realized the director of my son's school at this time, it's a fucking spirit, man. Because this spirit, this demon, this entity, every like director or like person in charge of like daycare or school, like, it's the same spirit, the same stuff. And it's just like they try to trigger me, they try to trigger me because I could see their whole being. I could see the falseness, the fakeness of like daycares, preschools, whatever the hell it is. It's all about the fucking money, man. It's all about the money, materialism. There are people that like to show off. I could care less about material possessions. And like, I understand the role of a person who is like the head of like the school, or if it's home based, if it's an actual facility, like, I understand the type of responsibility. I could put my shoes in those people's in their position. But what I don't understand is their composure. If it's a school for kids who are 5 and under, sometimes there's after school programs for like elementary kids, daycare options, after school hours. What I don't understand is, why are these like people not how their teachers, or how the criteria, how your resume is supposed to look? You may have experience in 10 plus years, 5 plus years, 15 plus years experiencing with early childhood. Just because your position is more up there does not mean that you're gonna act with a stinky attitude all the time. Or you are the boss, so you're gonna act like all ignorant and nonchalant. Like, I don't get it. You know, that's not a true leader to me. That is not a true leader. You know, if you see, and this happened this morning, and I don't give a fuck if they're watching either, because I'm just so tired and fed up. I'm tired of seeing places like this. Do you know how many places my son and I have gone through? Because it's not okay. And I'm not gonna make my son or brainwash him to think that this is normal and people should be treated like this in their own facility, their own workers, their own, you know. I don't give a shit. You always need to be that helping hand, even if you're the head of the school or not. Like, I don't, you know, it's just, it doesn't make sense, especially for little kids. Like, having compassion, like actually being in a childlike. This person has obviously trauma, childhood trauma that they have not healed. A lot that I can see within, you know, and would I say it to their face? No. But potentially, I know this person's very capable of getting low in how belittling they speak, you know, to others, and making it look like it's okay. They have a pass because they are the head of the school. I don't give a shit if you're Hispanic, if you are American, if you are Native, if you are Ukrainian, Russian, Asian. It does not matter. It's about having respect and human decency and being the example for others. A lot of people, they don't deserve the role that they have, the position that they're in. They probably worked hard for it to be there, right? Years. But at the end results, it's like, you know, no matter who is in the way, they're gonna get rid of them. They will kill to be in that position. They're in that position now. But are they playing the true role of what they're supposed to be playing? Like, are you, you know, like, I don't care if you are like this when it's just drop-off time. I don't know what goes on during the day. You may be nice to the kids, to the teachers, more discipline, more like strict on rules, but you can't lie to me. Like, your facade, you know, like the mask, it don't work, you know. And these people are the type of people that will play a role and like gaslight you and energetically, or, you know, act the part like we're crazy, you know. If there's a worker who is in charge, you know, like a teacher, an aide, in charge of like receiving the kids in the morning, right, in the front door, because it's a locked facility, locked, you know, stricter rules, right? And there's 3-4 kids coming in, a baby, and the director is right there in the hallway. Wouldn't the director like if their heart was even opened. Or just the greediness and the money just overcame them, you know? And now they just want to show off like, I'm this, I'm that, because I've seen it. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to respect you because you have a higher position, because you have a flashy, newer model car, because, like, I'm not going to call you whatever people call you. I'm going to call you by your name. You are not my teacher. And I don't care how older you are than me. You have to respect people. That's the basic things about talking, being in the presence of others, communicating with others, having basic decency, respecting one another, no matter the age, no matter the position. You know what I'm saying? And I detest things like this. I don't like it. And that's always the main reason why I changed my son's school as well. I can't stand it. And yes, I have patience and I am careful. Like, I take my time because it's not just about me, it's about my son. How changes affect my son. He's young. I understand. But all these fucking places, no matter how you want to dress it up, dress it down, how humble you want to be during the presentation when you go see a school, it's all the fucking same. It's all the same. And do you think my son wants to go to school? There's a difference if he wants to stay home with mama, but there's a difference if he just doesn't feel comfortable. Yeah, there's a lot of energies in there. There's a lot of like aides and teachers in there. Different kids. Like for him, it's hard to focus. If there's too many kids, too much noise, it's hard for him to focus. I'm raising my son not to be brainwashed or just a fucking follower. Just a follower. Whatever you tell me to do, I'm gonna do. You know, like, yes, that's gonna create a child that will give their opinion, their thoughts, their feelings. They will be harder to manipulate. And it's not gonna happen. And if I find out any teacher doing this, which they are not at this time, but how the main head, the head of the school is, and their being, how they show themselves is really disgusting. Really disgusting. And I don't, like, I can't stand it. And this spirit or this demon or whatever the heck it is, it's the same one for every school that I go to. I've learned to take a step back and to chillax, because these are fucking entities or demons that like to trigger me. Like, the devil knows I don't play about my son. And I will put someone in their place. Does it always, like, do I always have to do it? No. Like, some, you know, we're put in, I know my role and, like, my mission in these places. Like, I get it. It's cold. But I'm just so tired. Like, I know where I'm being, like, pushed towards or drawn to. Eventually, I will be homeschooling. So this is a, you know, like a game, a test of, like, patience. And same with my son. You know? Sometimes he gives me a harder time. Like, I don't want to go to school, or like before he needs to go in, when the door is open to go into school, he doesn't want to go. I know he wants to stay with me, but he needs to learn some patience and like trust in his mother, that things will change and things will become reality, what we want, right? But it's the same damn spirit in every place I go to. The head person is the same damn spirit, and it's just so like, it's so irritating. It's so irritating. Like, the younger aides or teachers, they want to control them or be bossing them around because they have control issues. Okay? There's control issues. That doesn't make you, because you have control issues, that does not make you a better like leader at all. It's the total opposite. It's a type of abuse, actually. And I really, like, I know my purpose here, and I truly hope that people who are being like abused verbally or whatever because they're the director or sub-director, or they're the one in charge, the ones that are being treated like this, because there's standards, there's regulations, there's rules, right? I hope they, they see and they leave this place. It's not like it's like horrible. I've been in horrible. I've seen worse. And I myself have been treated poorly too. And I understand when it's normal in society. It's so normal, especially in the Hispanic culture. If you are not like a cabron, an asshole, if you are not like cabrona or like bitchy, like attitude, like, I'm the one, like, if you don't have that type of vibe, then you're not gonna get nowhere. And I feel bad for those people, because it's total bullshit. Like, that's not real. That's not like a real leader. That's not. In society, yeah, people are going to, because it's society, people are asleep. But I hate to see, like, last time my son went to school, the kids were playing outside, and the sub-director, he was like almost like basically yelling at the younger aide, because one of the kids, she was talking to me, because I was picking up my son there, and one of the kids jumped on a girl or something and made her cry, which is normal, but like, not everything's going to be perfect, like, a lot of like bullshit spirits within them, like, they need some fucking healing, like insecurities to the T. Like, insecurity is like on top of insecurities. And obviously if it gets to that point, I will say it to your face. I'm going to put you in your place respectfully, make your ass sit and your soul sit and your ego and your pride sit down. Because I don't like that crap. I really don't. I'm a parent. I have nothing to do with the school. The only thing is that my son goes there. I'm not a coworker. I am not a partner. I'm not investing into the school. But this is like just basic abuse, you know, like and something else that I see that's so like disgusting to me. Is I don't know if it's here. It is actually. Where there's magic being done. And so I always see a fly around this person. You know, as monitoring spirits. I know this person is being magic's being done to them. Manipulation, control. This heart, this person's heart, their soul is more towards the kids, more dedicated to them. But the other partner, not so much. Yeah, they probably could be not so serious when the parents aren't there, being more friendly. But their heart is not there for a good reason. She is a head teacher to the rest, so she needs to be an example. But she's very cold. And I don't care how short I've known them. I see the truth. So I see right through them. I see the truth. And that's something that I've stopped doubting about myself. My intuition, my nudges, my knowing, just knowing. I'm never going to doubt myself again. Because at the end of the day, that's the fucking truth. When cycles are done with people, places, environments, right? I'm guided to leave. I'm guided to cut things. Even if it's like the clerk at the store that I see every week, if I'm guided to stop going there, I'm guided, I will stop. I always catch the truth of people, like once I get in their presence, in their environment, wherever it is, whoever it is. If I see them once a week, once a month, like I'm gonna know who they truly are. Right away. I'm a sponge. I read everything. I read the room in seconds. I read people in seconds. That's how much power I have. Because if I know your weaknesses and your strengths and what you're hiding and who you truly are, and I'm not telling you or showing it to you in your face, what does that make me? I have a lot of self-control, because I can make anyone sit their ass down. And of course, I'm not the only one. A lot of people have these gifts, these abilities. We have our reasons why the Lord created us to be like this, right? And thankfully my son could He's a little bit bigger now. You know, we talk about missions. We talk about, Lord, my back hurts. We talk about, you know, Mama's missions and what God is like having us do or having Mama do at this time. You know, obviously not all the details, but yeah. I don't know what else to say. When I started taking my son to this school, there was still an open investigation because of his previous school, because of his teacher, because of what was happening. And obviously this system, unless it is recorded like it's on camera, unless there is proof, physical proof, like physical abuse, and there's marks, the teacher is not found guilty. They're gonna dismiss it because it's what happened to us. I know that's gonna happen. I knew that was gonna happen. Of course they're gonna go towards the teacher and be on their side if they have more than 15 years of experience being in public schools, having a master's education, which means nothing if you have no integrity, no decency for small children. If you want to control, like a lot of these traits, these people have. That's why I get so fired up and pissed off, because it's not okay. There should be like psychological, like more psychological testing, training, not training, but interventions, like school systems. Teachers need to be sane. Just because you have more years of experience does not give you the power. You know what I'm saying? Did you earn it? Like in the system, yeah. But do you deserve to be in this position? No. And I knew that was going to happen with my son. So of course, this new school is going to be wary, is going to be like standoffish with me. It's gonna be a little bit, you know, just careful, because probably they're gonna think that I'm like a problem, like I will create a problem for their facility. Like anything I see, I'm going to report or whatever, you know, because that's just, it's normal for people to think this way, and just to have that precaution, right? And I understand, but what I don't respect is, and no matter how bougie the place looks, how new the facility, the building looks, like, why? I don't care. Like, I don't like this fakeness. Like, people eat it up all the time. This society. But I can't stand it. I can't. And the way I'm raising my son, no. He can't stand it either. He can't stand it. He doesn't like it. He just does not like it. But you know, at this time, he can't stay with me. He can't. Mama can't be his school. Like, when I'm, like, financially ready and we're in a environment where I can be a teacher for him, we will register and enroll him into, like, an actual homeschool. You know, like, actual curriculum, you know? Like, it's not just me talking about it. It's like, I'm going to take action and actually do it, right? So, you know, I talk to my son, he asks me every day, so many times a day, right? And I talk to him, and I just repeat to him, you know, Mama needs to be so comfortable, like, we need to be, and you need to be with Mama, and, you know, like, you need to be, like, a listener and obedient. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. So, you know, there's steps, and he's young, and, you know, we need to work together. And so right now we're, like, in a training. You know, we're training in a sense. And of course, with homeschooling, you have to be, like, outdoorsy, because the hours of studying, it's not gonna be, you know, we're gonna do, like, outdoor stuff, a lot of, like, outside activities, a lot of science projects, not just sitting in a classroom, right, for 8 hours. Excuse me. I can't put my son through that. I cannot. And, you know, we are doing everything, like, I'm doing everything in my power to make this happen, you know, in the best way that I can. So if that means living a more simpler life, which how more simpler can it get? But, you know, minimizing our expenses more, so I am able to provide this for him. You know, this is a type of sacrifices that we should make for our kids. Not thinking about what society thinks, money, materialism. You know, like, people's mind is not in the right thing at all. And the higher level you are in, the higher position you are in, the less clarity and focus you're gonna have. That's just the truth. In a lot of corporations and businesses, when it has to do with, like, the public, so gotta get this going as soon as possible. And we'll see. You know, my son starts kindergarten in September, and you know, gotta get things going as soon as possible. So, but it's manageable. It's not as hard as people could see it. It's very, very easy. It just takes time, you know, some patience, a few months, and that's it. You know, trying to remove ourselves from this fucking matrix system bullshit, you know, being more free, and telling my son, reminding my son, this is, like, freedom. This is what it truly is, and what it's meant to be, and what God how God wants us to live. Like, who wants to be controlled? Like, God did not create us for this. Like, he, you know, the way we're going, it's like, that's what, you know, being devoted to God, obviously having God in the beginning. Like, what I want to do with my son, with me, it's like create like homeschool curriculum, right? Based on like a program that I sign us up for. There's a lot of homeschool programs actually. But I have to do my research. And it's not the end of the world to like switch, right? It's not. You know, the kids are still young. And then also seeing the difference with public school teachings, what they teach to the students, what books they read, what books they study, and then homeschool, like the difference there, you know? But also combining like Bible readings, combining Jesus, like the stories of the Bible, the books in the Bible, and having Bible readings, like studying about like, you know, and like so much that I want to combine, but those two are the important ones. And then, you know, doing outside activities, learning about animals, about, you know, and traveling, you know. So there's so much, like so much plans I have with this, like being able to even travel within the US and just getting on an airplane and traveling somewhere that's not so far, you know, and like going to like a museum or going somewhere where it's like educational, but it's like a big experience, right? So different things. And you know, if we want to do these things, or if we're learning about a certain country and we want to go actually to visit this country, like that's educational. But learning about these things, you know, like minimizing our everyday life in order to afford, you know, like this is my life. If God approves, you know, then who is to stop us, you know? Like this system, like if you're in the public school system, you will get in trouble. Like people still do it, right? But you know, there's parents that are entrepreneurs, the kids are in school, and then they take the kids on random vacations or like to another country for like a week or two, and then the school they will like make you feel a certain type of way, you know, like, oh, this many days a month of school, missing school, they're missing on this and that, and like, you know how the system is, there are rules, because there's always rules. But and I understand, you know, that is why we don't want to be so controlled and conformed, because if you grew up here in the US, like, you know how the school systems are, you know. You know, maybe when my son gets bigger, he can go to like specific school if he's into like tech stuff or like building and creating. There is like high schools or special technical schools or whatever to you know, so my son could go there if he chooses to, you know. You know, and that's more in the future, obviously. But yeah, that's the plan. You know, it's just irritating right now. Honestly. It's like people, I mean, it's not surprising. It's not surprising at all, you know? People are so brainwashed and illusions. And people do black magic. They go to practitioners. They go see psychics to put or sprinkle some magic. Hey, can you do that? They go to witches. Hey, and this is for home-based daycares too. For them, I'll do a money spell or do like this spell for me so people could be attracted to my place, or how do I get people like attracted to my daycare or preschool, you know, things like that. Like, that's what I see, you know. And I don't know if there's any, like, of course with that there's manipulation, there's this and that, like all this stuff is just, it don't work on me, you know. Will I play a role and act stupid? Maybe in the past, but not anymore. Like, we can't do that anymore. You know? And sometimes it is uncomfortable, but I am not gonna shy away anymore. Even though sometimes it's like, you're getting, like, attacked. You're getting, like, so much shit going on, spiritual warfare. You don't want to go to places. You don't want to see people. You know, and with the gym right now, I'm working on that. I'm changing my location and like changing my schedule. So I need to focus on my son's schedule first of all, and then go from there. I'm changing his schedule because the amount of hours he goes, you know, when he started, I was not sure where or what I was going to do and how I was going to do things. But now, since, you know, so I let the school decide, you know, they said 2 days a week. That's fine, based on the hours that the state gives us, right? I don't have to pay copay or anything like that. Because childcare is expensive. By the way, it's $1,000. It's like paying rent. So, you know, I was fine with that. 2 days a week, that's fine. But 9 hours a day is too much, and my son can't stand it, you know. So I sent an email today. I saw the director in the hallway. I don't know if she was like mean mugging me, which is her usual face, you know. It's her usual face. I don't know if she's mean mugging me or the other parent that was there. But I sent her an email with like a change. After the first change, they charged $25. So another thing, they're not giving us the hours that we have by the state, but still charging. You know, that's another thing. So I'm not stupid. And I don't know how they do it. And I will give them the benefit of the doubt until they give me a hard time with schedule change. If they're gonna do that, then I will talk to them about the hours my son goes compared to the hours that you are requesting to the state. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you don't want to be, you don't want to get on their level, but like, you don't, yeah, no one's gonna make us look like fools, right? And I have more experience with all this. I have 2.5 years of experience, so I know what it is about now and how they do it to get more money, you know. And I understand facilities, it's like, especially if it's more quality, it takes money, takes time and money, you know, so I totally understand. But don't play people and don't fool people, because it's not gonna work. And let's not even talk about the past people, because that's another fucking story. Unless, and I got a realization 2 days ago of someone who hates me, like has so much resentment, and just wishes me the most evil thing in the world. But I can't speak about it yet, after it's resolved, right? But a very low down petty thing was done. Control tactics. And I'm just like, people can't just relax. They can't just live their fucking lives. Like, they're just so bitter in their lives that they have to keep trying to get into my life somehow, to just make me have like a bad time, or hopefully I have a bad time. Like, I'm not even gonna try to understand. I'm not gonna try to put myself in those shoes, because, you know, automatically I just pass it on to God. Automatically, right away. You know? But yeah, I had clarity and revelation and confirmation on this specific person, because it's a family member. It's a loved one, right? And I've given this person grace for a very long time when they've done the opposite to me. But we're just letting God work, you know, do the work, and, you know, judgment and what they wished and hoped and did to us in whatever way is going back to them. And, you know, we just have to sit and let it happen, let it be. Not put importance or energy towards these people, because they will get like a energetic ping, like alert, like this person's thinking of you. And no, like nothing. They don't deserve anything. So anyways, that is my morning shit talking. And I don't tolerate, when it comes to my son, especially these fucking school bullshit facilities and lies and illusions. Like, I don't tolerate this bullshit anymore. I've had too many experiences, and I'm just over it. Like a female or a male will know me, you know? I don't care who you are. Like, I will tell you your truths and reveal. And that's what it is. Like, with any place, you know, like, obviously we have to do our studying. We have to be observant, and I am like top tier observant. I know right away. Like, I read energy so damn well that I used to second guess myself. Like, but why are you thinking like this? But why did you get this thought? That's the fucking truth. That is the truth. Did this person literally just think this? Like, that is so low vibrational, so negative, so hateful, so envious. They don't even know me. You know, things like that. And I absorb all the energy. If you open the doors of your business, I know what the fuck is going on there. I know, especially if it has to do with the public, with people, like if it's a store or it's a school, like I'm gonna know the type of people that go in. I'm going to know it all. And it's just crazy. Like, I used to self-sabotage so much. So much. Because it's like the level of craziness of knowing, of like being so accurate, it's like I cannot deal with it. I used to, like, that's why I had many addictions. Like, I've never had like a really bad drug addiction, but like alcohol, yeah. And, you know, like being a party person and things like this, or just binge watching shows, movies, television, trying to take my mind somewhere else, my intuitiveness, my abilities, like having them like downplaying them, you know, like I don't want to see the truth, I don't want to see this, it's too much. The amount, the responsibility, fuck, excuse me, but it's heavy. It's heavy. It is so heavy. And if family was the opposite and like with me and with, if family raised me to know about life, like the truth about life, because life, after, like, when you shatter all the illusions of like society and like the system and everything, if I grew up knowing the truth, I would be able to digest the gifts I have. I will be able to manage my gifts better. Imagine my family not knowing who I was, who I am, like since I was small. And imagine them teaching me and showing me and raising me in a way that is more country, that is more like truth, that is more like you work hard for what you have type of life. I would be in a better place, in more like more higher in life, you know, have more attained, maybe have more businesses, things like this. But there's always a reason why things don't happen like that, right? So the amount of I don't give a fuck anymore is crazy. Like, I want to make a shirt that has my YouTube name on it. I have so many haters, obviously, here in my hometown. The amount of haters. Last week I came to Fred Meyer's and this like old coworker of mine who I knew for like a second gave me a stink face. I didn't even realize that she was looking my way in the produce aisle. until she was walking away. Like, she had to make herself known, like, making that face. I'm like, oh, it's your ugly ass. Like, the fuck? Who do you think you are? You know, like, you don't have to be friendly, but like, mind your fucking business, you know? But no, you have to make yourself known, like, oh, I don't like you. I'm like, you're nothing. Like, what the fuck? But I just want to wear a shirt that has my YouTube name on it. So people could, like, you know, and I know, like, I have it on my Instagram, you know? My YouTube page link or whatever. Or name. Like, people are just fucking weird and stalkers. Just be yourself. Be your weird self. You know? Seriously. If you're low vibrational, like, don't be fake about it that you're not. Don't do or say the opposite. Like, be your fucking petty, disgusting self, you know? Like, hateful, envious self. If you don't like that, then work on yourself. Do the fucking work. That's something that my enemies or my haters, they hate about me, because when they project shit onto me and it's not even for me, it's them feeling that type of way. It's not me, but they make me feel like it's me. I still put in the fucking work. I still put in the work like if it's me. Like, oh, you think I'm like this? Okay, well, I'm going to do better. I'm going to put the work in. Even though it's you feeling like that. It's you that you are this way. So they make me better. You know? I'm not scared to do the work. That's the difference. I'm not scared to heal. I'm not scared to get down and dirty and to put in the actual work. You know, sweat and sacrifice things in life in order to heal, in order to attain things. I'm not scared of that. I'm not scared to lose things. I'm not scared to lose people. I've been through it all. So don't be fooled by how I look or am perceived. Because this is who God has made me to be. So I am seen as, oh, like gullible or naive or shy or like kind. Like, I wouldn't hurt a fly. And that's the truth. But now I have experience. I have life experience. And I've been through shit. So I'm going to stand up for me and what's mine and what I deserve and what's fair. Like, I don't get people, like, even if you show your true self. I am a warrior. I am someone who you should not fuck with. And you can tell by my energy, but you still want to poke at the bear. And I used to get so pissed off. Because these people, yeah, they would piss me off. They would get me so angry, like, don't play with me like that. But now it's like, come on. You can try, but you're not gonna attain what you want to. You're not gonna get me pissed off. You're gonna make me take action. And that's a different story. Not react emotionally, but actually take action and put you in your place in a way that no one's ever done before. And that's the difference. And for the ones that I've never done that to, you didn't deserve any more of my energy. And I have the Most High God He will put you in your place. He will call judgment on you. He will do what he needs to do for his daughter. Because he's all-seeing, all-knowing. He brings justice. He brings balance back into our lives as chosen beings. So anyways, you guys, I have to go. You guys have a good day, a good evening. It's freezing over here. I think it's like in the 30s. I don't know. Or in the 40s. It's been an hour. Okay, bye.